everyone, it's me, Sky. Be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates on Seanstermations MIRAI. I can't wait! Anyway, till next time, have fun!
Hello everybody, my name is Seanstermations, and welcome to another Seanstermations MIRAI update. So, before we start this video, and this is going to be a little bit of a short one compared to most Seanstermations MIRAI updates, but I'd just like to apologise about the wait between the last and the latest Seanstermations MIRAI update. This is likely due to the things that are coming on the channel, as well as the future of the channel, including the Seansterverse saga in general. But after much consideration and a lot, along with down the process of getting everything else done in the process, I thought to myself that every 2 months, that being every February or April, June, August, I nearly forgot August for a second there, October and December, so every February, April, June, August, October, and December, that is when you can expect a Seanstermations MIRAI update. I would do it every month, like I would with the Seanstermations MIRAI updates and the Seansterverse What Ifs, but because there's so much happening on the channel, especially since with it being one of the biggest eras that the channel has ever had, that means in terms of animations, in terms of what comes to the channel, every bit of Seanstermations content and Seansterverse content, so it's kind of balancing between the two, along with the gameplay videos, the occasional one-off special every now and then, and even much more so the Seanster Short, or even a brand new video in general. But for those who have been waiting a long time for another Seanstermations MIRAI update, I do apologise, to be fair, and hopefully with this every 2 month scheme, that I hope that I'll be sure to give every one of you another Seanstermations MIRAI update as soon as I can, to be fair. Of course, it will be on a Tuesday or a Wednesday of every 2 months, but rest assured that these will become a lot more apparent and a lot more, just a lot more around more, to be fair, than previously, so don't need to worry about that. So, this video is less of an update and more of a recap on what we've talked about so far on the Seanstermations MIRAI updates, and of course there will be a little bit of something to announce at the end, as well as expectations of what's going to happen in the future of the Seanstermations MIRAI updates. So, of course, if you enjoyed these videos and the series to come, be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more content coming soon. And although these may not be as apparent, or may not appear as more as the other videos, to be fair, I can promise you every 2 months of every year, that is definitely when you could expect an update on Seanstermations MIRAI, to be fair, just to keep the hype of MIRAI alive, but also to balance everything out on the channel, to be fair. But rest assured, that will definitely be a fixed thing. So every 2 months, definitely expect a Seanstermations MIRAI update. So. And of course, remember new Seanster 5 as well as a run for the Mass Legion and everyone the Seanster Patrol made by Family and Manny Posse. I hope that this little recap will keep us all caught up for the next update, which is coming out. And now it is time to reignite the flames of Seanstermations MIRAI as we go through this little recap on what we've done so far and what we could expect in the future. Let us begin. So the first update that was originally uploaded to the channel, the first 2 updates, they were mainly about story expectations as well as, canonical changes in the continuity, which, of course, helps to keep it original because, for those who were Seanstermations fans, there were a lot of elements from different shows that were put into, Seanstermations, things like Super Saiyan, the Rasengan Chakra, Tail Beasts and all that stuff, to be fair, which, of course, were turned into Celestials later down the line. There are going to be a lot of original elements in Seanstermations MIRAI. That's why it's taking as long as it is, to be fair, because, well, if you look at manga writers or manga directors like, Akira Toriyama, Eiichiro Oda, Masashi Kishimoto, to be fair, they always had to start, in drafts, to be fair. They always had to start in drafts But then when they go down from each concept and like going it one by one, seeing which fits where, even if that project may now have a new title later down the line, it helps, and it definitely, you know, gives them a perfect execution that will be good not only to the reader and the viewer, but also to its own credibility in general. And the next update after that was revolving around the hero backstories, which funny enough, there were a few audio glitches with that one, so I do highly apologise, to be fair. I don't know if like my recording device at the time was like on the fritz when I did those, to be fair, but you know, hopefully when I do, you know, one of those next time, it definitely will not, you know, spark out just like it did last time. But we can definitely keep our fingers crossed on that. The next update after that was what villains to expect, and of course we did discuss a lot about the villains in the Seanstermations past and how we can implement, you know, newer elements into the latest villains that are coming out in Seanstermations MIRAI. And then, of course, the Looking Back series, the pretty much the golden child of the Seanstermations MIRAI updates so far, as it took about 4 parts, like, just to go over the different parts of the Seanstermations past and learn how we can, you know, make some better choices and better decisions down the line when we go into Seanstermations MIRAI. And, you know, looking back, you know, there were a few things that I definitely would change. The scene where in season 3 of Seanstermations where Sean and future Sean would you know, when they fused, like, they could have just like fought on their own. Okay, the EX fusion was definitely not needed, to be fair. I will admit that much, to be fair. So if I ever did decide to, you know, go back on that, say for a flashback episode of Seanstermations MIRAI, there is definitely going to be a few changes in there, along with changing, you know, Sean from a Saiyan to a human, because again, that's a draggable element, and because we want to like have original ideas for the future of Seanstermations, we're definitely going to be straying away from the borrowed or stolen concepts from other shows and bringing it back into the originality. But you know, But it does have a disclaimer, to be fair, so it was well before the official release, but let's just say if we're making it an official project, to be fair, with its own copyright laws, we could expect, like, you know, good legal action right there, so don't you worry about that. So what you can expect in the future in the Seanstermations MIRAI updates, we'll be discussing a lot more about the world building. We'll be also discussing about, you know, the few plot twists here and there, what we can expect, to be fair. And then we could also, you know, discuss about the overall progress of the series in general, to be fair, because, well, you know, silly old me, I feel like I've been keeping everyone in the dark about the progress of Seanstermations MIRAI lately, and it only makes perfect sense if I did, like, you know, show you the progress that I've done so far, to be fair. And believe me, it's still a big story, to be fair, and it's nowhere near the finale yet, but it is going back on full track. And again, with all the stuff that's been on the channel recently, I haven't been doing much on the Seanstermations MIRAI thing, but hopefully in the weeks to come, I'll be able to go back into working on the manuscript for the entirety of Seanstermations MIRAI. And then if it works, then it works. If not, then, well, there's always the next one and the next one. Whether it be an official series or on a streaming service. Okay, well, yes, I know that the situation with JoJo Stone Ocean wasn't, like, very good in terms of streaming services at the moment. Loads of vague details here and there. Or even if it's just a internet series, to be fair. I mean, or maybe it might have a Hell of a Boss thing or Has Been Hotel situation going on, to be fair. We'll just have to keep our fingers crossed, to be fair. I'm not Vivian Madrano, but we'll see. We'll definitely see how it gets on. We'll see how it gets on. And despite the long absence of Seanstermations MIRAI updates, there were a few reasons why it was delayed this long, but one of them, which I thought I would refrain myself from saying until this update, but something came up as of late, to be fair, which, of course, yeah, I'm not going to reveal, like, or what is going to be happening in the future. That's kept me away from making these videos, to be fair. But a new series, it did come to mind, to be fair. So, with 2025 being the flashback era and going back into the retro games, I was also thinking of bringing an old series from the channel back, which of course was, was long and ended. At least I thought it ended, but with the release of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 looking very vague, and I'm not sure, what it's gonna entail, to be fair. And I know that in the previous Xenosaurn Files series, I've been saying, oh, we'll return in Xenoverse 3, we'll return in Xenoverse 3, but surprisingly enough, a game that came out in 2016 has been getting so much DLC as of late, which I've definitely covered on the channel. But it gets me thinking, with the Seansterverse saga, being there in general, a little thought came to mind, and I don't know if it will be successful or not, but if Xenoverse 2 continues to get new content, would it be a good idea to bring back the Xenosaurn Files for 2025? Now, of course, this will be the final chapters. It will be titled the final chapters, so that way, there won't be any more after this. Okay, so after this series, the Xenosaurn Files would be completely, would be completely wrapped up. And Elliot, just to give that one Elliot a bit of a break, to be fair, because I tend to have this little habit of continuing series which have long been since over, but only because of Seanstermations, okay, and an excuse, because although the original series ended with the original Seanstermations, I continued it on with Seanstermations Extra alongside Mirai, just to connect the two together in terms of a story chronologically. But and of course the Xenosaurn Files, to be fair, I thought I thought it would do well, to be fair, but I didn't expect it to have two series, to be fair. And I thought the first episode, the second chapter, Beyond Horizon, it was going to be a special, to be fair. But then, of course, over time and with a little bit of thought, it became Xenosaurn Files, the second chapter. But this next one, the show that's coming in 2025, it is going to be the final chapters. So it gives it a little bit of time to progress, and yes, there is a good possibility that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero may come to the channel, but since that doesn't have a release date yet, it seems like this one would have to take its spot in the meantime. But hopefully, with the experience that I've had over the years in storytelling, and with the continuity of the Xenosaurn Files already in place, to be fair, along with connecting it with the Seansterverse saga in general, you could definitely expect to see a more expansive and more action-packed series, to be fair. I'm going to be putting all of my effort, okay, not all my effort, but I'm going to be putting some great effort, because I've got to share the effort around between projects, as well as as well as balance it all out in general. But I'm going to be putting great effort into making the Xenosaurn Files final chapters probably the best that the Xenosaurn Files has ever had in quite a long time. But before we wrap up this video, I also like to say on the progress of the Sean Parker Spider-Man movie, this may be there is going to be some good news and some bad news on that regard. So the bad news is it's not going to be a movie as we originally hoped. And I know there was a trailer for it. I know there was so much hype being put onto it. But now, after much consideration and just overall progress of what's been going on the channel recently, the good news is instead going to be converted into a Seansterverse side story, which of course those will be coming out very soon, including Doctor Who Parallel Vortex coming in 2025 also. So for those who have patiently been waiting for Spider-Man Sean Parker, they're definitely getting it in the form of a Seansterverse side story. Don't worry, it will definitely be worth the wait, to be fair. It may be a downgrade compared to a movie, and I do apologise for getting expectations on this film too high, but the inclusion of Sean Parker is going to highly impact the Seansterverse saga in general, so yeah, be sure to expect him swinging onto the YouTube airwaves very soon in 2025. Maybe later down, but definitely before the end of the Seansterverse saga, which is going to happen in 2027. Not the end of the channel, necessarily, but just the end of the Seansterverse saga in general, to be fair. And trust me, it's definitely going to be worth the wait. So for those who have been waiting for the Sean Parker Spider-Man thing, and for a potential return of the Xeno Sean files, there you go. All right there, just for you, my treat. And with that, that is going to be the end of this little recap update of Seanstermations MIRAI. Although this isn't like any big update like I would usually do with the Seanstermations MIRAI updates, and not much to talk about. This is more just a recap. Next time we'll be talking about the world building in the new series in general, and I hope it will be a good update all the same, to be fair, because, well, there's a lot to go over, to be fair, with, me being absent so far, but hopefully every 2 months I'll be able to, add more topics into there, and by April, it'll all be, back in full swing, to be fair, by the time April's update ends. So, if you enjoyed this video and the series to come, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content coming soon. Of course, we've got more Star Wars Jedi Survivor coming later this weekend, as we are closing into the 3rd act of the story. I highly recommend you check it out, but if you're not, don't worry. I really do appreciate the company either way. But, of course, for everyone here at Seanster 5, as well as everyone from the Mass Legion and everyone on the Seanster Patrol made by Family Manny Posse, thank you all so much for joining me for another update, and I'll see everybody next time, for we'll be talking about the world building in the Seanstermations MIRAI updates, and I'll see you all later this weekend for the closing, for the second to last episode of the 2nd act of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you all had a fun time today, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time for a new update. Bye-bye.